the various charges that were brought against Mr. Wolf?
Yes, sir.
So that we can make sure we've covered everything.
Mr. Wolf, no, not a big bad wolf, was charged with 2 counts of destruction of property and endangerment of pigs by blowing down the straw and wood houses of pigs 1 and 2, respectively. He was also accused of the attempted destruction of property and endangerment of pigs while attempting to blow down the brick home of pig number 3. Accused of 2 counts of fraud by impersonating Little Red Riding Hood to gain entry into Grandma's house, and the second one was impersonating Grandma to endanger Little Red Riding Hood. 1 count of kidnapping and theft for tying up Grandma and placing her in a closet and stealing her clothes. And last, the attempted murder in the 1st degree of Little Red Riding Hood for meal purposes.
Your Honor, yes, we have come to a conclusion and reached a verdict on these various charges. On the 2 counts of destruction of property, we do find Mr. Wolf guilty based on the evidence that has been presented. On the 2 counts of endangerment as a result, endangerment of the 2 of the pigs, we find him guilty. We find him not guilty of the attempted murder or the kidnapping of little white Riding Hood. We just found there was not enough plausible evidence presented.
About the DNA?
We can't discuss it. We do wish to. Well, there were several other charges. There were no other guilty charges found on any of the other charges. We do, however, have recommendations for sentencing and disposing of these particular cases in Mr. Wolf's trial. We do recommend that he be placed on probation for 5 years and he be sentenced to community service working with Habitat for Humanity to rebuild homes such as we did find him guilty of destroying, especially in the pig community. And we do recommend highly that he attend some anger management counseling. And those are our findings.
Thank you, Mr. Burr. For all the jury, we do thank you for your dedication and attention to detail in this matter. The court thanks you. Mr. Wolf, defense attorney, please stand. Mr. Wolf, being found guilty of 2 charges of destruction of property and endangerment of pigs, I will take the jury's recommendation and sentence you to probation for 5 years, and you will be a part of Habitat for Humanity, and you will need to attend anger management classes. Mind you, Mr. Wolf, if you're in my courtroom once again, the probation will be rescinded and you will go to jail. Do you understand? Court adjourned. Great job, everybody. Wow. What was that procedure? But the jury. Can you tell us a little bit about the jury, the selection process, what you guys went through? Any comments on that?
Our discussions basically revolved around, like you said at the beginning, the evidence presented. We felt that there was quite a bit of evidence presented that we couldn't let him off completely, but we didn't find enough evidence to really prove that he had indeed attempted to murder the grandma.
When is the clothes that grandma was using?
Well, and
Red Riding Hood didn't know what the clothes were.
Because Little Red Riding Hood forgot she had given her grant. She learned that class to grandma.
I think there was a fair amount of testimony presented to raise some doubts in our mind about the truthfulness and the real intentions of Miss Riding Hood. And Mary's testimony did create some doubts in our mind as well.
Yeah, that
About-
was excellent.
It was.
I never dated Wolf.
about the character of Mr. Wolf.
I think he's cute. You should.
The DNA evidence.
We are going to appeal the decision.
He's still speaking.
I think the DNA evidence, I think, left us a little bit confused whose blood was actually found in his tooth, and there was also some questioning on whether there were even any pills in that box. So, as well as those folders, there was enough doubt placed in our minds that we couldn't convict him of attempted murder, at least. But we did feel he probably was up to some no good.
Okay, great. That's it. All right.
Any other comments? Debbie?
I missed a lot of work to come to this trial, and next time they ask me if I like sausage, I'm going to say yes.
All right, great. Again, I appreciate all of this here today for coming here and you guys made this a success. So we're very grateful to have you here today. I think it was a good trial. I think the verdict was fair. And I think they did a great job.
Who is Ricky Opia?
Ms. Jerome.
Jerome, shall we write something up here?
Okay, great. I'm going to put it in the hands of our VP of Education for any announcements you may have, and then we're going to dismiss you on time today.